Hi, so in this video, I want to share with you my experiences with different people's names in planners and bridges, the common errors and what to look out for. Very often when you work on your own planner, you only see on the local level of what is happening with that actual name. But if you actually pull yourself out and look at a much more wider context, the actual name is actually the key to bring up the different data. So I got different tabs here, so I'm going to show it to you, and you're more than welcome to pause it to look at the information on here. So really, like one person's name, it could be taken to an different levels. So this is the partners one, and this is the managers one, and this is the selling coach, and this is all the other spreadsheet which give data to some spin-off files. Yeah. So very often you see red corners in the name list for bridges, and that means that person might have left or they might have a name change. So I made this spreadsheet to talk about names with you. So if I actually just put down the word Y, this spreadsheet will count how many letters there are in this word Y. So if I am to do the same here, um, this one represents your main tab, okay, and this one represents your bridges. So these two are identical, so there is a lookup. Yeah, but as I go on, you will understand what is actually going on here. So I'm going to go to the first example, this one. So in the word John Smith, this counter I've counted 11 letters. So I'm going to type in John Smith here. Now this one is like the most common error. So I've typed it in, but this one actually have got 10 characters. So, but with your naked eye, you can actually see both the same and the spellings are the same. Now, if you click onto here and you go up here, you can see there is a space just behind the name. And if you delete it, both of them are the same. And this one is with a red corner. There is two departments that have got a person when they actually input new people's name, they always put a space behind the name. Yeah, just wanted to say. Okay, so we'll go to the next example. So I'm just going to type in Karen demo. This example I've actually come across as well. So if you click onto here and go to the end, you'll find that there is no space. And if I go to the beginning, there is no extra space. So where does the space come from? Like this 11 and 10. If you look, you can see the spacing. This one is more, this one is less. So that could happen as well. I've experienced that before. So here is the same now. He's in the red corner. Okay. And let's go to the next one now. The fourth one. Now, this person have got a double barrel surname. So at the moment, everything is same, but then there is always a manager who got too much time on their hand and I don't like the look of this name, so let me just get rid of the space so it will look a bit neater. Okay, so when they do that, this name and this name is not the same. 20 characters, 22 characters, not the same. So, which means you have to go through all the bridges and remove the space. So, like this. Okay, now it's the same. But once you've done that, the manager look at this name again and put the space back because they got too much time on their hands. And as you can see, this name and this name do not match anymore. Now, this is like a real case. It has happened before and it will drive you mad. Yeah. So when you have too much time on your hand, just go and talk to a partner. Don't like touch people's names. Yeah. Thank you. Next example. Okay. This word and this word looks very similar, but as you can see, if you look closely, there is a letter missing. So this has happened before. Sometimes it's just so obvious when the name is next to each other. But if they're on different spreadsheet, it's not so obvious. I mean, when I look at it, it's obvious. Yeah. Next example. Oh yes, this is a real case as well. I've changed the name, but this is 16 characters and this is 16 characters. Okay, there's no extra space, but yet this name and this name is different. Okay, so where is the difference? So if you look closely, there is a I here instead of L. Now this has actually happened to a manager. So in every planner, it's actually spelled wrong. And when I looked at it, I thought to myself, shall I actually go and change all the planners so it actually is correct spelling? But then I thought about how many different planners I have to go through because this person have got like different responsibilities. So if I actually go like this, they have got like their names is everywhere. Literally, there's so many planners that has this person's name. Yeah, she probably doesn't know she got a wrong name anyway, so I just left it. Yeah. So this could happen as well. You have got people with a very popular surname, and the first name would be the same. So the surname, for example, Begum. So many people got the name Begum. Now, so if you got one Begum in EHT and one Begum in Happy, but they're the same name. Okay, what happened is the spreadsheet in, for example, these will always look at the first Begum that the spreadsheet come across. It will never ever go to the Happy one. So what you need to do is start to change the name slightly. Okay, Happy. Oops. Now, if you actually do this, um, you can actually look at the name and can visualize where this person is and you know who it is. So it's actually very easy to actually select names here. Yeah. And I tell you the truth, in Stratford there was once where the manager have accepted um two Begums and two identical name on the same floor. It's very hard to gossip when you have the same name on the shop floor. You don't know who you're talking about. So it's actually really hard, you know. So we have to put down on the bridge Begum 1 and Begum 2. Yeah, well that has happened before. So if we go to 8, another popular thing is a manager or a partner move department. So if you've got two identical name, you will never ever go to the next one, if you know what I mean. So what you need to do is, okay, I'm actually near the end of this. So what you need to do is go to the old department and just put down cook like this. Okay. So the new department will always be kept the same person's name, if you know what I mean. Okay, I will make another video, part 2 for this one. I'm running out of time. Thank you. Goodbye.